Currently, Bitcoin is trying to fool everyone, but in this video I'm going to tell you exactly how not to get fooled by Bitcoin in the short term. We have a CME gap this weekend, which I will talk about, and there are a lot of other interesting information for Bitcoin. I will have a look at the Bitcoin monthly and quarterly returns, and also have a quick look at the Bitcoin and the Ethereum ETF flows. So in this video I'm going to prepare you for what's coming next week and what we can expect for price action. Later in the video I will also have a look at the two altcoins, Ethereum and Vechain, because they also show a lot of interesting price action. So please like the video if you think it is useful, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and now let's dive right into the charts. So zooming in on a 1 hour time frame, we can see that Bitcoin is looking very bullish actually. We're seeing higher highs and higher lows, and also we can see a little bit of a price squeeze unfolding. We can see on the top side here multiple touch points as resistance, and on the lower side we can see multiple touch points here as support. So this price squeeze is eventually happening for Bitcoin, and we could possibly see a huge breakout today or maybe in the beginning of next week, so that could be tomorrow. So this price squeeze is happening, and we could see a lot of price volatility for Bitcoin in the coming hours, because Bitcoin always tends to break out before the apex is getting reached. So we are either going to see a break to the top side or a break to the downside. And of course you want to follow me on my Twitter channel, because I will be trading this breakout for Bitcoin. So if we're going to see a break to the top side, I'm going to wait for a confirmation of the break, then I'm going to wait for a bullish retest, or on the lower side for a bearish retest, and at this price level I'm going to enter the market in either a short or a long. So you can follow me on Twitter, where I post this trade setup, and where I will keep you guys posted about my trade. And also Bitcoin opened the CME gap around the $94,860 this weekend, and we can see that Bitcoin is respecting this CME gap perfectly, just like I've been expecting earlier in my video of yesterday. And I think we will see a close of the gap shortly after the weekend is over, and that of course would be very perfect, because we can then trade free throughout the week, because we don't want to leave any CME gaps open. But however, 1 out of 100 times the CME gap doesn't get closed. So, but I don't think we will see a CME gap opening this week. So I think shortly after the weekend is closed, we will see a perfect close of the CME gap. And have a quick look at the Bitcoin ETF of last week. We saw a very bullish week. We saw more inflows than almost $3 billion. So this is insane, of course. So let's continue, see if Bitcoin can continue this bullish streak for the Bitcoin ETFs. And of course, this will push the price up heavily, just like we saw in the last week. And we can see that the Bitcoin ETFs are always in favor, and we can see that if we're seeing outflows, we can see a lot of negative price action, but when we see a huge inflows, just like in the last week, we are also seeing huge pumps to the top side. And that's exactly what we want to see, and especially when we want to see a big reversal for Bitcoin, just like is happening right now. And having a look at the 4 hour time frame for Bitcoin, we can see that Bitcoin loves horizontal ranges, and first we are seeing a huge consolidation, then we are seeing a next spike to the top side, and last week we saw a beautiful break of this range as well. So we broke the top side here, and we broke the top side resistance, and now we are seeing a beautiful retest of this resistance to test it as support. So if this horizontal support holds strong for Bitcoin, we can potentially see a new higher high and a new higher low unfold, and that means that we're going to see a continuation of the bullish uptrend. And that's exactly what we want to see, because the trend is your friend until it ends. So I'm always trading with the trend, and right now we are creating a beautiful bullish retest. So you could also maybe look for a little bit of a long position here to enter the market in a long trade. And this is exactly what I'm going to do, just like we saw on this other pattern, when Bitcoin is going to finally break out bullish maybe, and we can maybe see a retest, and from this bullish retest you can enter the market in the long. So follow me on Twitter, where I will keep you guys updated about this potential trade. And the Bitcoin quarterly and monthly returns are turning green, because Q2 is only 1 month old because of April, and we are seeing a bullish inflows of more than 13%. So this is looking very beautiful, and let's see if April can end strong, because we still have 3 days left in April, and we also have May and June are potentially a little bit mixed months in the past, just as we can see here. We can see a lot of bullish inflows, but we can also see very negative months in the month of May and June. So let's see what the coming future will bring us. And if we have a look at the Ethereum quarterly returns, we can see that Q1 was the worst quarter ever for Bitcoin. No, it's not the worst quarter ever, but it was a very bad quarter. We almost had a decline of 50%, and now in Q2 we are still minus 1.2%. So let's see if Ethereum also can turn things around. But the most important chart to look at is this Bitcoin daily chart, and this is looking very beautiful. Eventually we are seeing this falling wedge was unfolding, multiple touch points here on the top side as resistance, and also on the lower side multiple touch points as support. This support held once strong again, and we saw a beautiful breakout of this formation, and now we're coming above this beautiful resistance area. So this horizontal level is now being broken to the top side, just like it looks like this. And also we are seeing a little bit of a retest already, but however, we could also see that this block of liquidity is a little bit too strong for now, and that we are going to see a little bit of a rejection from this level. But that doesn't matter, because the price action will be very healthy, and then we could come to the next big support here on the lower side, and from there Bitcoin could potentially create a new higher low on the daily time frame. And eventually I think this horizontal level will be broken to the top side, and we will see such big moves on the daily time frame, and eventually I think we will see a huge new all-time high in the coming weeks and months. And the first altcoin I want to have a look at is Ethereum. We can see Ethereum was inside of this huge falling, downward sloping channel. We are seeing lower lows and lower highs, and this bearish trend is unfolding still. So eventually we are now creating a high, but eventually it's still a higher, it's still a lower high. So we want to see that Ethereum is going to create a new higher high. From there we can potentially see a reversal with a new higher low, and so on and so on. So yeah, still we are in a big bearish downtrend. And if we have a look at this other formation, we can see that Ethereum was in this falling wedge formation, and we are now finally breaking bullish. So this is exactly what we want to see. So this could also be the start of a big reversal for Ethereum. And the Ethereum ETF flows of yesterday were a little bit mixed, but on Friday and also on Thursday we saw a lot of bullish inflows, and on Friday we saw the biggest inflows in a long time for the Ethereum ETFs. So we saw more than $104 million of inflows, and that was especially because BlackRock and Fidelity were buying like crazy. So this is what we want to see for the Ethereum ETFs, and maybe they can push more, and eventually we want to see more higher highs and higher lows for Ethereum. But also the Ethereum ETFs could also be pumping this price for Ethereum. So yeah, let's see what will happen in the coming days and weeks. Are we going to make a new higher high? And that could be the start of the huge bullish reversal for Ethereum. And the next altcoin I want to have a look at is Vechain. We can also see that Vechain was inside of this falling wedge formation, and eventually we are now breaking out to the top side, which is looking very beautiful. And from here we can see that Vechain is making a new higher high. So this is exactly what we want to see, and we now can potentially see a higher low play, and that we can maybe reverse the trend from a bearish trend into a bullish uptrend. And having a look at the past on the daily time frame, we can see that Vechain loves a falling wedge formation, just like we saw here. We broke bullish, and then we saw a huge spike to the top side, and this spike to the top side was a very interesting trade for more than 300%. So if Vechain can do another 300% like this, we are going to potentially see levels above the 8 cents, and of course that is everything we want for Vechain. And another the Vechain interesting chart on the daily time frame is this falling channel formation. We broke out bullish, we retest this resistance as support. Now we're seeing a beautiful continuation of the price. So from this bullish retest, you could have entered the market in a long, and then you could potentially make an interesting gain already for more than 20%. And especially when you are leverage trading, this could be a very interesting trade. So the next big resistance will be this level, and that will be around the 4.3 cents for Vechain. And this horizontal level needs to be broken to the top side in order to become a little bit more bullish. So yeah, let's see what will happen in the coming days. And if Vechain is coming back to this big horizontal resistance, I expect a lot of price action here. And of course we want to push through it, but I think we will see first a little bit of a rejection to come to lower levels, create a higher low, and from there we could potentially see more bullish continuation for the price of Vechain. So let me know in the comments, do you still hold Vechain in your portfolio, and what is your prediction about Vechain in 2025? So again, thanks for watching on this Sunday market update video. Please like the video if you think it is useful. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and in the link in the description you can find the link to my Bitunix register page, where you can just register for free and get a 10 USDT bonus. You can also follow me on my free Telegram group and on my Twitter channel, where I post a lot of crypto updates daily. So I hope you have a great Sunday, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.